Patel, an assistant professor in the discipline of civil engineering at IIT Gandhinagar, and I'm also one of the faculty coordinators of Aarohan 2021. So on behalf of IIT Gandhinagar and the Aarohan 2021 team, let us start by welcoming the students to IIT Gandhinagar. Congratulations, you are now an integral part of IIT Gandhinagar. We also welcome and thank Professor Sudhir Chan, Director of IIT Gandhinagar, Deans of various sections and faculty members from different disciplines for connecting to this inaugural session. A special thanks to our distinguished IIT alumni who are also connecting to this session or are already connected. Let me also introduce the Aarohan 2021 team. We are going to share a slide here. And you will be seeing at our 5 faculty coordinators, including one of me. And the other 4 coordinators are Professor Abhishek Vishawat, Professor Himanshu Sekhar, Professor Ashutosh Srivastava, and Professor Chandan K. Mishra. And even cannot be successful without support of staff and students. So here we have our staff coordinator, Ms. Nivita Jain, and you can also see all of our Aarohan student coordinators. Since we all will be interacting with you for a long time during the upcoming 2 weeks, I won't spend much time in our detailed introduction. Let me give you an idea of the inaugural session structure. First, Professor Himanshu Sekhar will give you an overview of the Aarohan program and explain why we put so much emphasis on it. And then we will hear from 3 of our distinguished alumni, followed by a welcome remark by our director, Professor Sudhir Chan. And thank you again. Welcome to the inaugural session. Now, I would like to hand it over to Professor Himanshu Sekhar to give you an overview of Aarohan. Himanshu, over to you.
Thank you very much, Samir. A very good morning to all of you. Dear Professor Jain, distinguished alumni, faculty colleagues, and my dear incoming students, I'm delighted to have the opportunity to present to you today Aarohan 2021, the foundation program for our incoming postgraduate students. Friends, the inspiration behind Aarohan is to integrate students from diverse backgrounds, educational, social, economic, into our institutional ethos. We have a very diverse student body when it comes to postgraduate students, and we want you to experience the ethos of IIT Gandhinagar. Friends, it has been stated time and again that the current Indian educational system is one-dimensional. And while the new educational policy has made some inroads into broadening and diversifying the education while strengthening the roots, we at IIT Gandhinagar have been having this conversation for over a decade. Aarohan is inspired from our flagship foundation program at the undergraduate level that has been extremely successful and widely emulated. Our students very fondly remember their experience at the foundation program as being one of the most memorable of their education. And it truly sets the foundation for students to succeed not only in their academic endeavors, but also in their professional and personal endeavors throughout their career. So the way this event is designed, it is designed to be an engaging and enjoyable event, an event that breaks ice, that brings the postgraduate student community together and brings them closer to the faculty body. At the same time, it has a rigor to inspire creativity and also to help students build a foundation, a very firm foundation on which their following 2 or more years at IIT Gandhinagar will be based. The core program has 5 pillars. These 5 pillars of Aarohan have been determined after considerable brainstorming among the faculty body. And these pillars are inventing and discovering, communication, professionalism and ethics, social engagement, and well-being. The goal of sessions focused on inventing and discovering will be to promote original thinking and creativity among students. To this end, we have thoughtfully curated workshops that will encourage students to ideate, collaborate, and experience original thinking. The next pillar of Arohan is communication. The idea is to help students, to train them and prepare them to communicate their ideas, to educate others, to document their work for future generations, and to critically review observations documented by peers. Therefore, Arohan attempts to instill in students the importance of communicating their ideas in both written and verbal form. The next pillar is a very important one, that of professionalism and ethics. Honesty, collegiality, and commitment to service are integral to the lifelong process of realizing the fruits of education and training. In fact, that is what separates an educated individual from an uneducated one. Arohan aims to sow the seeds of professionalism and ethical awareness in the students, which will help students to succeed at IIT Gandhinagar and beyond, and develop a guiding principle on which they can rely to make their future decisions. IITs don't exist in a vacuum. Therefore, the next pillar is focused on social engagement. Education and training should also prepare us for service to the community, to the country, and to our peers. And therefore, we will be discussing several sessions which are focused on promoting social engagement. And lastly, it is extremely important to focus on well-being on a personal level, on a physical level, emotional, and also financial level. And therefore, we have dedicated events where you will be listening to distinguished speakers and participating in workshops that promote your well-being, your overall well-being. So with that, I would like to summarize that the foundation program is something we all have been looking forward to, and you will find it extremely enjoyable. You will make good friends, and this will serve as the beginning of your 2-year or 5-year journey at IIT Gandhinagar. Today, we have with us 3 distinguished alumni, and I would like to profile them briefly. You will hear from them. They were students like you before, and they have been able to succeed in their professional endeavors. They are at different stages of their careers. So today we have with us Dr. Shivani Rani. Dr. Shivani Rani graduated from IIT Gandhinagar with a master's degree in civil engineering in the year 2013. She is from the pioneer batch of MTech graduates at IIT Gandhinagar. She received her PhD degree from the University of Oklahoma Norman, United States of America. Currently, she is working in industry as a civil engineer at the city of Lawson in Oklahoma in USA. At IIT Gandhinagar, she made the best out of the possible opportunities. She was involved in both research and sports activities. She won gold medals in shot put and discus throw at the 2011 and 2012 Inter-IIT sports meets. She created a record in the discus throw at the 2012 Inter-IIT sports meet. She was the recipient of the President's Gold Medal, Institute Gold Medal, and the award for overall outstanding performance in sports at the 2013 convocation. Shivani has also been recognized as one of the most inspiring women in India by Engineering Watch magazine in the year 2014. So with that, I would welcome Dr. Shivani Rani to share her perspective with you today. Over to you, Shivani.
Thank you, Dr. Shekhar. Thanks for the introduction and providing this opportunity to talk to my future fellow mates. I believe like after some time, they will be at such position that I will be addressing them as my mates, fellow mates. So welcome to you all at IIT Gandhinagar, and I'm actually very happy to talk to you about my journey at IIT GN. So I actually came to IIT in year 2011, honestly, with no idea how's my journey is gonna be at IIT. Some of you may think that I would have known uh, what am I gonna do, because I was involved in sports and research and so many other activities, but honestly, I had no idea. So uh, like the only thing I knew at that time was that I wanted to study in one of the best institutes in India. And IITs are the best, right? So initially, I was enjoying my studies. Everything was going great. The professors were amazing. Was going until one day, one of the undergraduate students came to me and asked, "Do you wanna join this sports, the basketball team?" Honestly, I was shocked at that time because I never played basketball. Uh, I told her, I have no idea how to play basketball. I have never played it. So she said that it's okay. You just come to the court and hang out with us. I was new there and they were so generous. So I said, okay, sounds good. Likes a good idea. So I went to the court. I was like kind of with them for a few weeks. After that, the coach from from the uh, my shot put and discus that he came to me and asked, Shivani, can you come to the field tomorrow? I said, okay. I went to the field and he said that, can you throw shot put and discus? Honestly, I was standing blank with a stare on him and say, I don't know what you are talking about. I have never thrown shot put and discus in my life. So he said, then I think he understood why am I standing like that. So he showed me how to throw shot put and discus. So I followed him, and then he instantly said, uh, "You need to come to the training from tomorrow." I said, "No, I'm not gonna get involved in any more sports. Basketball is enough for me." Then he tried to convince me for a few days, and finally I said, "Okay, I'll probably come." So that's how my journey for the sports started at IIT Gandhinagar. Very unexpected, but that's how it started. And slowly we start playing lot of local matches and tournaments, and some of the district level tournaments as well. So some days my coach for the discus and and shot put, he'll call me and Shivani said that there's a tournament going on and we need to participate. I have no idea. I'm doing my research and he'll call me and say that. So I'll change and we'll go on his bike and I'll just warm up there for 15 minutes, do the throws, and then come back. So it was that kind of a fun. Uh, and then and I think in 2012 Inter-IT Sports Meet, I think our team for the basketball was the best team down there. We were the talk of the Inter-IT. Honestly, believe me that. And with the God grace and with my coach efforts, I should say more than me, uh, I created that record. I hope I still holds that. I'm not really sure. I hope so. It's a good feeling. Uh, so that was my sports journey. In academics, actually, I was actually liking the courses and the professors and the content, everything, and the way they teach it. I was enjoying that. And then after a semester, we were told that you have to choose a professor with whom you want to work on the research. So I choose Dr. Prashant. Uh, uh, so luckily he accepted my request. I feel lucky about it. Uh, and then we started having discussions and we started talking. And I think I feel like, and I believe on it, that he understood I have no idea what his research is. He doesn't know what am I getting into it. So he changed his approach of talking to me. He started talking on a very kind of basic level, kind of, naive level, who has no idea. He started giving me research homeworks. And I was actually feeling good about it because finally I know what I need to do. Uh, So then I do that work, and during that time frame, actually, one funny incident happened. I hope is so I'll do the work, and then we will set up a meeting, and then I'll wait for him for 2 hours. And he's a dean, and he's a busy person, and he will not show up for 2 hours. I'll wait for him, and then he'll show up and say, "Oh, we need to reschedule it. I have another meeting." We did it for a month like that, and I hardly had a meeting with him in a month. So he said that this is not the way we can work, you know. So he set a desk and a chair next to his office, and the best part of that desk was that he can see everything on my screen. What am I doing? So I think that was good. I don't know how much it is, but I got adjusted to that. I made friends around him so that nobody can complain about me to him. So everything was going good. Finally, we start getting the time to discuss about the research and talk. But during those discussions, what I understood about him, that he's not going to spoon feed me. I have to put effort. I have to work hard. He will mentor and guide me, but he will never spoon feed me. So I have to self-motivated and work towards it. And he was always there to mentor me. And slowly, we start getting a lot of short courses. I got involved in that. And I got opportunities during those short courses. I got opportunity to meet a lot of international people, and also a lot of international professors that I never would have imagined that I will probably even get a chance to have a handshake with them. So I got a lot of opportunities like that. So everything was going good. I was involved in everything, but at certain point, I felt like I'm involved in too many stuff. I was kind of it. It was like in the morning I had 6 to 8 shot put and discuss training, and then we had classes, and then we had research work, and then in the evening there was like 3 to 4 hours of basketball training, and then again the research work. So I used to stay in my in my building up till 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Probably all the security guards down there knew me, uh, because I will be the only one in the building, have all the lights on in the building and keep working. But everything went well. But I at one point I got overwhelmed, and I was in a lot of mental stress what to do, because I was not able to cope up with everything. And so after a lot of struggle and thinking, I decided to quit my sports. It was time of October, maybe October of 2012. Inter-IT was around the corner. Inter-IT sports meet was around the corner. And I decided to quit this sports, and none of my coaches or teammates were happy. And they were trying to convince me so hard. And I said, no, no, no. So then finally I decided to talk to Amit sir. Sir, this is going on. I'm feeling too much overwhelmed. I don't think so. Like, I think my sports are hampering my research, and I don't think so that's a good thing. So, and I was crying like a baby, honestly, in front of him. uh, uh, no hidden secrets. So he told me, I still remember the lines he told me. He said that, Shivani, can you do research, good research, if you don't play sports? My answer was straight no. That's the only thing he told me. And I said, that was my answer. And he said that, don't worry about the research. Uh, we will work hard once your inter-IT is done, because inter-IT was in a one month around the corner. So I felt so good after it, because he was supporting me. There was, and so I then we had like really great inter-IT, and once I was back from there, we I all my attentions were to the research, and we got with his mentorship, we got international peer-reviewed journals, several conferences, national and international conferences. So that was my kind of a short journey at IIT GN. So with this kind of journey, I want to actually kind of advise two things. We have like all the professors are there are great, but I would like to advise two things based on my experience. First thing is that the communication. Communication is very, very important. Uh, we always, what I feel like we are always hesitant to talk to our mentors, to our advisors about our mental difficulties. Uh, it's not good, because feel free to talk to them, because they are the best people to help you out, because in some point they have been in your shoes and they know what you are going through. So they would be the best person to help you out, believe me or not. I think you will feel it. And second thing is that IIT Gandhinagar honestly is the land of opportunities. You will have ton of opportunities. The only thing is that you have to grab it and put an honest effort towards it. If you do that, you are stopping nowhere. Thank you for listening from me. I appreciate it. Thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Shivani, for sharing your very honest and heartfelt words. IIT Gandhinagar is a new institution. We have a very young alumni body, but we have a very successful and highly engaged alumni body. So thank you so much, Shivani, once again. And I would now like to request Professor Sumita Mukherjee to speak. I'll briefly introduce him. Professor Sumita Mukherjee is an assistant professor of psychology at IIT Delhi. Sumita is an alumni of IIT Gandhinagar. He completed his PhD in cognitive science from IIT Gandhinagar between 2010 and 2013. So mind you, those were the infancy days of IIT Gandhinagar. Sumita was able to make the best use of the opportunities available at that point to perform outstanding doctoral research in the areas of judgment and decision making. He received the Outstanding Research Award from IIT Gandhinagar in 2014. He is also a recipient of the Emerging Psychologist Award and the Young Psychologist Award from the National Academy of Psychologists of India. We are very excited to have him here. With that, I would like to request Professor Sumita to share his experiences with the students.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. So it's fascinating, really, to join this kind of a discussion, and yeah. So you are very right. These were the very initial days, and initial days have its own grandeur and flavor, I think, which later batches miss, because the kinds of things that we learn when we start out are humongous, and that I think helps everybody in the long run. So I'll start with a little bit of a history of how things were. We didn't have the campus that all of you are sitting in at that point in time. So we were at VGEC, and all the time the question was, what is IIT and what is VGEC? So those were the days. And I remember I landed in an auto in front of VGEC. There was a new IIT board which was set up, and I was very excited to figure out, oh, you can actually, operate two institutions in the same campus. This was very new for me. I was coming from, Pune University, which had this huge campus, and then Allahabad University, another big campus, and then this was a pretty interesting setup. And the first day I landed in, I was kind of a little taken aback, frankly, with the kind of kindness and friendliness that came across from people. I mean, I still remember our interview during PhD admissions, where some of the people are not there, sadly, but like Professor Agarwal, who told me that take a glass of water. That was his first thing in the interview, and I was a little afraid. Okay, what is it that is going to follow after this? And nothing really strange happened. And the interview was fantastic. I was able to say whatever I wanted to say. And then I came out and I said, well, I'll probably not get a chance. So then I started applying to other places in the meantime, because it was so smooth. I didn't really know what PhD is or what people are looking for from me. And it was a pretty confusing state. So I started reading some books about what PhD is. So that gave me a pretty utopian idea of PhD, where you really want to do what you want to do. And this is this big research topic. You have to excel, talk about interesting stuff. I think it's utopian because it never really happened. So what actually happened during the PhD was some key events. And one of the key events I would remember all through my life was Professor and Dr. Kalam's visit to IIT Gandhinagar a long time back. And we had a very temporary stage again in the VGEC field. And he objected to one comment made by one person saying, we are a new IIT. And he said, what's new IIT and what's old IIT? IITs are IITs. And why do we really have to categorize this? That struck me. I mean, I still think about it because later I then moved to IIM Ahmedabad, which is an old, again, there was this old new debate about IIMs, similar to IITs. But what important thing he said, and I was in the first year at that time, just without any clue about what research really I wanted to do. And he said, see what you can actually do good for people who need it in your country. I think one of the key messages of his talk was that. That bothered me because, there is this idea of PhD where you do what you want to do. There's another idea of doing PhD which sells because you eventually want to publish in top journals. And there's also PhD which is relevant. Now, can we have a mix of the three to really do stuff which you like and people would need and you also publish? That, I think, is the aim that I would like to share to have, which is not a utopian. So this is something which is, operationally possible by looking at questions around you which bother many more people apart from you. And there are plenty of that in our country. We have so many problems at every single department one is in, from human sciences or social sciences to engineering to management. It's all there. So I have worked later in management schools and then come back to technology school. And the number of problems that we have never seems to end. The only real crux is to pick something which is going to be relevant to you and the group. Then I started reading a little bit of game theory and John Nash and other people, and figured out what exactly is this group. When you are doing something and you're thinking you're doing good research, you're doing it for yourself and the group, who is this group? So it turns out, at least this is what I figured out, is that the group starts with your institution. So that is why, if you are able to do, whoever is joining IIT Gandhinagar today, if you're able to do something which is useful for the institution, in its different research paradigms or even its connections with social issues, and it also plays a large role in leading newer thoughts. One great example is what is happening right now. I mean, this is pretty uncommon actually in our country. These kinds of orientations don't happen. No institution sends books to students before they join. Yeah, no institution has such an active Instagram followers and Instagram posts. And I don't know of any other IIT, including what is in double quotes called the old ones, which actually gets way out of its road to really let students feel at home before they are at home. So it's not a thing that we should take for granted. I think these are very significant steps that, frankly, only IIT Gandhinagar I know of actually takes. And I don't want to say it just because I'm addressing IIT Gandhinagar, because I say it even in IIT Delhi. It's true. It's not for the sake of saying it. So given this kind of an institutional space that is being provided to people, I think the first thing is, what can we do as a group for IIT Gandhinagar? And that is what we also started with, because in 2010 we had a couple of sheds. We had 3 sheds in VGEC, and we didn't have a lab. We had to set up a lab. We did set up a lab. Jason was there, and my friend and colleague Neeraj, who is now at IIT Hyderabad, we three basically used a dark room and set up a lab. There we went and set up the place for bringing people in to run our experiments, and people did come. We did our experiments and they worked out pretty fine, and we published results in pretty good journals. But eventually, I was also part of the planning where the whole large lab space was set up as a temporary thing, and now I believe we have very good lab spaces in the final campus, which I have not been able to see for a couple of years. But it's possible. So what you do really for the group, for the institute, actually helps the institute and you both together grow over the next immediate 5 years or so. But the later part, what you do after you move out, I think I kind of think of 3 different steps. One is institutional development. So one interesting part of, again, IIT Gandhinagar is that we were told to think. I remember it was Professor Amit Prashant and my wife, Payal, who is now at IIIT Delhi, we basically did PhD together. And we were said, okay, you have all these problems, you come with the problem, I'm not going to hear. You come with a problem and a couple of solutions, then we'll hear. Yeah, this was what we were told in the first and second years. And we really are, I believe, glad that this is the embarkment of where you don't just complain, you actually solve the complaints together. That has really helped me the most, whether it is in research or whether it's in administrative development or whether it's with institutional development. So apart from what the previous speaker was saying, whom we also know, by the way, when she was doing MTech, she was doing BTech, I think, that time when we were there. But there are 3 major pillars which IIT Gandhinagar will most probably be building, because it has always been building. One is the trust to be able to solve the problems, not complain the problem. I mean, almost all other places I see there's so much of complaints that this is not right, it's not, whether it's political or whether it's institutional, there are a set of complaints. But when you form a committee for actually solving the problems, you see the number of solutions are pretty small. But even at a PhD level, if you imagine if the director and a senior professor is saying, okay, you come to us with some problems, but you come to us with more solutions to those problems, and we are going to think together. That shows the kind of, you talked about well-being, so that shows the kind of hand-holding and well-being that is inbuilt into the system itself, which is, again, I think, pretty unique to IIT Gandhinagar. So once research is happening, I believe, when you come to the actual PhD, not the utopian, there are 3 major things to develop. One is, of course, you have to do very good research. That is why you are here, and that is why you are in a publicly funded institution. So I personally feel that we have this legitimate answering to do. If you are using public money, what are you doing with it? And that responsibility is supposed to be taken by every one of us, including every single student. So people are funding our research, so we better do something good. So that is, a sacrosanct. I don't think you can really do anything about it. The other part is what you are developing as a person, which means that that there are these kind of ethical stuff where you really have to stand, especially when you are in different institutions having different baggages and different preset norms. You still have to stand the ground and say, this is what I think is right, and of course, if it is justified. That development also, I think, is very much part of professional PhD development. And the third would be institutional development. Eventually, the group doesn't become your institution alone. I think it becomes a set of institutions across the country, at least. Of course, ideally, academia is not related to a single country. But even if you are able to do something at an association level or across institution level, Professor Jain is a great example of that, in earthquake, of course. So that is another third thing, which the aim of that, I believe, can be set up within the PhD program itself. So later on, I moved on to working at different institutions. Still, I ended up here. So I worked in a private university, which is Ahmedabad University. My first job was at IIM Indore, which is a public management school. Then I briefly also joined IIT Roorkee to then later move to IIT Delhi. And every single place, Trust me. I mean, people knew that if you're from IIT Gandhinagar, they expect a little bit of innovative thinking. And I don't know how this has come about, but even in this double course new IIT systems, which are now the number of IITs are, of course, quite a lot. But still, IIT Gandhinagar, whenever you say IIT Gandhinagar, I think people expect that you are going to say something which is a little off the road towards a more better and more innovative solution. I found that from colleagues across all these institutions, and I'm not making this up. So this is the kind of brand value that Gandhinagar has already built, which is not easy to do, and I don't see any other place to have done it. Now that, of course, could not have happened unless activities like this were there, and many other things that I'm sure you will be. I don't even know what are the new activities that's planned out, but even the older ones that used to be there, I'm sure that kind of a push for thinking will be given at multiple times, both inside academic discussions and outside academic discussions. The other thing I wanted to touch upon a little bit briefly is the quality. So the quality of research in India is bad. There is no doubt about it. And that shows up in almost all objective measures. Now, how do you do good research in a society of bad research? So that the aim really, many institutions and universities, the aim is to do something good in the department or in the institute. Now, because you have a reference point of average, you obviously end up being an average. But if you set up, and this again came from the deans and the director when we were students, is your aim really is the top journal in the field, which most of the fields don't have journals from India. Does not matter. You really want to talk to the people who would really care about your research. And who are they? They are the ones who are the best in the area. So that was the kind of aim that was set. And I think that is a tangible aim that you can aim for. Of course, you will not reach the best journals all the time, but you will still reach the above average journals all the time if you are aiming for the best. If you are really doing bad research, don't publish it, because my personal take is one bad paper and two good papers is worse than only two good papers. And that's across recruitment boards also. So it's always better to, whatever we do, we just do some, at least good. Of course, better than good is always an aim. But if it's not achievable, at least we end up in good. If it is bad or shabby, just throw it off. There's no point about it. It's just waste of time. Rather go and play that. I think that's more useful than doing bad research. The other remaining part is there is also these kinds of initiatives, like where you have to think about mottos or what the future of IIT Gandhinagar is. Please take those seriously, because that are the times where it opens the ball. And more recently, there was also this campaign I saw about finding what's the motto. We did an essay, I and my wife did an essay about what should be the vision of IIT Gandhinagar when we were students. The prize was a Mac laptop, which we did not have at that time. We really didn't have laptops. We basically used laptops on project money. But we wanted a Mac laptop and we didn't have the money to buy it. That time our stipends were pretty low compared to what it is now. So we sat in that and we wrote a great essay. We did not get the laptop. We got the second prize, which was not a laptop. It was some money, I think, and a certificate or such. But that essay, we have still kept it. And you won't believe, we actually go through that multiple times. Every time we see picture, we had envisioned a campus which was not there. We envisioned birds and trees and good people, larger groups of people and faculty and students coming together. And IIT Gandhinagar, where the board did not exist in Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar at that time. We didn't have road signs saying IIT Gandhinagar. And I remember distinctly complaining about that to Jason and to Professor Jain. We envisioned a time when IIT Gandhinagar will not require boards. And that was part of our essay. So you don't need signboards for IIT Gandhinagar. And that is probably happening, where you go to different places and you find people talking about IIT Gandhinagar as an institution that is already a brand. So you don't need signboards and don't need advertisements to say, okay, panel, this is where IIT Gandhinagar is. So the geographical location should not matter anymore, because everybody knows if you are out from IIT Gandhinagar, they start expecting something from you. That is the best form of how a brand can be. And I believe that a large part of that is already achieved, maybe a little more, and I'm sure over 30, 40 more years, much more will be done. So I believe many of you would actually end up doing good research because you are in IIT Gandhinagar. That's as simple as that's where the brand value really is. And many of you will do good research after you are from IIT Gandhinagar, because people will want you to do good research. That's fine. But please also take a note of how much you are able to do for IIT Gandhinagar and for all the institutions that you go about later on, because the next step for PhD is actually to start building institutions and building other places which will grow. Just like all the stalwarts who are leading IIT Gandhinagar have themselves done, moving in from different places and building IIT Gandhinagar the way it has become to be. I think I should stop here because I keep on talking sometimes. But if there's any specific one single story I would want to relate to, is that it was actually only Professor Jain who addressed us using beta and my wife is beta. That, I think, is the biggest form of support and well-being and institutional development, institutional support we can ever imagine to happen in our country. We are convinced that if many other institutions start having leadership, including all the faculty members, many of whom, sorry, I do not know, but it's my fault, I guess. But even if it comes from the top that this is a family, then automatically you start feeling that this is your group, and that please don't lose out on. This is a very unique thing that you will perhaps get only at IIT. So that's all. Good morning and have a great time, and great 3 to 4 years. Try to be as soon as you can get out and get to other institutions and do good work. That's what is very important for the country.
Thank you, Sumita, for sharing those words. I would now request Ananya Sharma to speak. Ananya Sharma is an MTech student in biological engineering. She's just completed her degree. She's from the 2019 to 2021 batch. She has PhD admissions lined up from several prestigious universities. She has excelled in academics during her time at IIT Gandhinagar, scoring a perfect 10 CPI. And she has also participated actively in extracurricular and co-curricular activities. What strikes me most about Ananya is her innate curiosity and enthusiasm, which she shares with all her peers. During her time at IIT Gandhinagar, she was able to present her work at several international conferences, and she's also working towards publishing her research in an esteemed journal. So with that, I would like to hand over the microphone to Ananya Sharma, who will share her fairly recent experience at IIT Gandhinagar and her perspective with you.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, sir. So thank you, Professor Shekhar, for such a nice introduction. Good morning, Honorable Director, Professor Sudhir Jain, respected faculty members, and dear students. I'm extremely honored to have been invited and to get this opportunity to share my experience with you. And like, as we all know, during the last year, it was a tough year for all of us. The whole world has suffered, and so has the students of IIT Gandhinagar and the whole community. But despite of these things, my experience at IIT Gandhinagar was really splendid. And so I would say that when I joined IIT Gandhinagar, I was not sure about my research interests. But then being a part of this community, enlightened my path, and I became more sure about my career and the interest. So first, I would like to say that like IIT Gandhinagar as an institute, it provides a broad-based curriculum which helps us in thinking in a non-linear way, and we mold our thinking out of the boxes. And like initially when I joined this institute, I had I felt like it is a bit pressuresome, and the schedule is hectic, and like the workload is hefty. But later I realized that it has helped me in molding myself and like moving forward with whatever opportunities I get. And talking about the faculty at IIT Gandhinagar, like all the faculty members are very supportive and cooperative, and like we have a good relationship with the professors, and their interaction, like they interact in such a way that they are completely approachable for the students. And also, like talking about the pandemic, if I say like taking the online classes was really challenging for us, but then the faculty, because of their hard work and efforts, it became comfortable and feasible for all of us. And also there was a good thing, like regular feedbacks were taken, which ensured that the students are comfortable even in the online classes. And again, like a grave attention is given against plagiarism at IIT Gandhinagar, which in turn becomes fruitful later. Like it was very beneficial during my, it improved my scientific writing skills, and it helped in thesis writing as well. And one interesting thing about IIT Gandhinagar is that it promotes the interdisciplinary approaches. So even during the coursework, I got the opportunity to take the courses from other departments as well. Like being in the discipline of biological engineering, there is a feasibility and like relaxation to take courses from other departments also. So like it helps us in exploring more, and we can be more sure about the research interests. Now, as a researcher, if I say Professor Carla and Professor Shekhar joined the institute in 2019, and it was a newly established lab. So I joined the medical ultrasound engineering lab, and I can say that like most of you would not prefer to join a new lab. But from my personal experience, I can say that it was a really amusing and exciting experience, because we got to know how the lab is built up and how it is set. So it was really exciting. So you should never be scared of like joining a new lab. You should take the opportunity and explore new things. Now, talking about my mentors, Professor Carla and Professor Himanshu, like they have been very supportive and motivating and encouraging, and they were always the guiding light, be it professionally or personally. They have guided me in every possible way. And also like they were just a call away every time, like whenever I needed it, they were there. And despite the pandemic, with their support, I was able to participate in various international conferences, namely which I can say that Ultrasound and Tissue Characterization and the well-known Acoustical Society of America. So it was a very nice experience, because there I got the opportunity to interact with like the dignitaries who are experts in their fields, and that interaction broadened the scope and knowledge, and also like it helped me in improving my skills. And now like these were the things like about the academics. And I would also like to mention about the changes which I experienced in my personal behavior. So I would say, like after BTech, I did my BTech from DY Patil Pune. And even after that, I went to TIFR and IISER Pune for the PhD interviews. So I wanted to join a PhD after BTech, but like appearing in the interviews made me more scared. And I thought that I would not like even clear the interview of PhDs. So I got scared, and since I was not sure about my research interest, so I joined IIT Gandhinagar as a master's student. Here, like the way of teaching and the innovative practices which the teachers follow, the assignments and the way of thinking, like it automatically changes. I like became more clear with my concepts, and everything strengthened. So like block by block, the things combined. And at the end, I was able to have a good experience of the theoretical knowledge as well as the practical skills. So later when like I applied to PhD at IISc, And like earlier, I used to stand only for 5 to 10 minutes during my interviews, but at IISc, I was able to like stand there for 30 to 40 minutes. And it was a really nice experience. So like being a part of this community gave me a lot of things. And I and my parents, both of them, sincerely appreciate the efforts of IIT Gandhinagar and the contribution, because wherever I am today and wherever I am, it is all because of IIT Gandhinagar, because I was able to like grasp that much and apply it in practical way. And like other than this, I would like to mention that the food at IIT Gandhinagar is really, really amazing. Like I tried losing weight, but I couldn't because the food is very tasty. And you would never have complaints with the mess facilities. Like they are really nice. And the extracurricular activities are also there. Like there are open gym. I tried, but again, I didn't lose weight. So, but you can like go there and like you'll have fun. And like if you have complaints, like we have all the facilities, the AC and whatever, but the thing is like if you complain, the redressal is being done very quickly. Within 24 hours, your problems are solved. So it was really a home away from home, and I'm still not over with IIT Gandhinagar, and like I would have loved to stay here more, and it was a nice experience. So with this, I'll just conclude my thoughts, and it was nice interacting with you, and I wish you all the very best for your future endeavors.
Thank you very much, Ananya, for sharing those words. Now I would like to request Professor Sudhir Jain, Director IIT Gandhinagar, to address the audience. A very brief introduction for Professor Jain is that Professor Jain finished a bachelor's degree from University of Roorkee, which is now IIT Roorkee. And then he pursued a PhD from California Institute of Technology in the USA. Professor Jain is a renowned expert in earthquake engineering. And for his contributions to this discipline, he has been inducted into the US National Academy of Engineering, which is one of the highest honors that an engineer can receive. For to education and engineering field in India, he has also been bestowed with the Padma Shri Award. So with that, I would like to request Professor Jain to address the students.
Thank you, Himanshu. Dear students, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. Very happy to be here today. And you just heard 3 of our alumni talk, and I was listening to them very carefully. And it is amazing that in a very short span of existence of the institute, although Sumitawa mentioned Dr. Abdul Kalam, our former president of India, saying, don't talk about new IIT. But the fact is that we are only a 13-year-old college. And it is a delight to see already our alumni doing so well. Somebody like Sumitawa today being an assistant professor at IIT Delhi. And there are many more of our alumni who are now teaching in top universities, both in India and outside. By the way, Sumitawa did his PhD in 3 years at IIT Gandhinagar. Shivani talked to you. She not only did her MTech, published a paper in top journal in civil engineering, American Society of Civil Engineers, but also got gold medals in inter-IIT sports competitions. And Ananya Sharma is just coming out of the institute, and we hope similar things we will be able to share about her successes. And that is how we look at each one of our students. We want every student to succeed. We want every student to do well. That is what the mission here is. And that is the reason that we are putting in effort for this 2-week program for you guys. That is why people like Himanshu Shekhar and many others are working so hard to make it a worthwhile activity for you for 2 weeks. You already heard from Professor Himanshu Shekhar why this 2-week Arohan. It must appear a little bit of burden to some of you. Some of you might wonder what is there to learn, what is there to get introduced, what is there, this introduction or whatever you call it. Let me expand this a little bit so that the stage is set for next 2 weeks and you would have a better appreciation of why we are putting in all this effort. We believe that your success is not only because of the books, the exams, the grades, the subject that you know. Although That is what our parents tell us when we are in school. बच्चे पढ़ ले नहीं तो तेरा करियर खराब हो जाएगा, बच्चे पढ़ ले नहीं तो बाद में नौकरी नहीं मिलेगी. But the fact is that if people like Sumitawa have done well, and Sumitawa today is an assistant professor in a premier IIT, it is not only because of good marks he got in his college. It is not only because of the good papers he wrote, but there are many other good qualities that he imbibed, which is what became critical in his selection as a faculty member in a top institution. What are those things? To me, those things are several aspects of human qualities that we take it for granted, that we don't pay attention to. We think that those are no big deal, right? But trust me, when I hire a student, when I hire a staff, non-teaching staff, or when I hire a faculty, those are the things that are most important for me. The ethics. If my staff member is going to take bribe, or if he's going to lie to me, he's not going to tell the truth, he's useless. He cannot work with me. What am I going to do? Somebody who will cheat, who will steal, who will do copying in the exam, who will do copying in the homework assignment, is useless to me. What will I do with a staff member who has a poor attitude, who is negative, who is always thinking of what is wrong with anything? You know, any situation you look at, you can look at it in a good way, you can look at it in a bad way. You can complain about what you don't have in life, but you can also be grateful for things that you have in life. I'm interested in positive people who are looking at what they have in life and not only complain about what they don't have in life. That is attitude. Life skills. I want people who will be able to resolve problems. You heard Shivani Rani saying that Professor Amit Prashant told her, don't come to me with problems, come to me with problems and possible solutions, and then we can discuss the solutions. That is life skill. You go to your professor, you go to your boss in your company, not with problems. Go to him with problems and solutions. That is a life skill. All of these are very, very critical for success in any profession, whether it is industry, whether it is teaching, whether it is research, anywhere. And our job at IIT Gandhinagar is not about giving degrees. It is about preparing our students for life. It is about creating success stories. It is about seeing that our students will do so well that we will be proud of them. And therefore, we have to teach all of these things in addition to teaching mechanical engineering or cognitive science or biological engineering. And these things cannot be taught by having another course. You can't teach somebody ethics by creating a course on ethics. Because somebody can read the book on ethics, answer the questions on ethics, but may still be an unethical person. In fact, he may be cheating in the exam on ethics course. He may be cheating in his homework assignment in his course on ethics. So we cannot teach those things in courses. We have to inculcate those things by practicing. And the practice has to start from us teachers. We must practice those things. We must practice what we want you to observe and hopefully learn from and hopefully adopt. And when we do that, we find that the students get very confused because they find that at IIT Gandhinagar, things are different from other places. That is what Sumitawa Mukherjee was saying, that he has taught at so many institutions in his short career, and people had expectation that he's from IIT Gandhinagar and therefore he's different. Let me give you an example that all of you have experienced how the colleges in the country have responded to pandemic. It has been a very big problem. None of us in the administration in any college, including at IIT Gandhinagar, had any prior experience of dealing with such situation. None of us had any training on how to deal with this situation. But as heads of the institution, as faculty of this institution, we had to take certain decisions. And when you realize that IIT Gandhinagar was perhaps one of the very, very rare college in the country which never asked its students to vacate the hostel, it is a very big deal. You read in the newspaper all the time how there is a tension between the students and the administration. Administration is forcing the students to leave. The students are saying, where will I go? My home is so far away, I may get infected on the way. How will I study from home? I don't have the privacy, I don't have the internet. And the administration saying, no, 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 we can't take responsibility, please leave. You'll read in the newspaper how students are complaining that the administration is not letting them come back. And the administration is saying, oh, there is so much infection, we can't take chances. At IIT Gandhinagar, we have never in last 15, 16 months, we have never told students to go home. We have never asked students to not come to the campus. That tells you something is very, very different. That is something very, very extraordinary that is happening at IIT Gandhinagar. Similar things are happening in many other aspects. For example, when we had a lot of infections in the campus, we said we will take care of everybody who is infected collectively. If a staff member, a faculty member, his wife, his parents, anybody got infected, we did not leave them alone. As an institute, we had a system where we took care of them. We converted our guest house into a COVID care facility. At one time, we had 95 patients in our guest house recovering. We said we will take responsibility and collectively provide whatever help we can provide. Anybody who was infected was receiving phone calls every day. How are you doing? The families were taken care of. The food was being supplied. Anybody who was infected. We not only looked after our own people, we looked after the daily wage workers who work through the contractors, the security staff, even the neighboring villages. All of that is possible because of trust. Again, Sumitava Mukherjee mentioned about trust. It happened because of engagement. It happened because of engagement, because an individual didn't say, oh, this is not my problem. I'm not infected. My neighbor is infected. Let him worry about himself. We all have built an engaged community where we are all part of the entire family of IIT Gandhinagar. So the idea is that what I'm trying to tell you is that IIT Gandhinagar is a different college. You're all coming to join us as MTech student or as PhD student. And therefore you have gone through a college and you have an impression of what is a college like. You have an impression of what is a faculty-student relationship like. You have an impression of what is an undergraduate student versus postgraduate student relationship like. You have an idea about what is the mess food like. You have an idea about how clean or dirty the toilets in the hostel can be. You have an idea about how sensitive or insensitive the staff can be to students' problems. Unfortunately or fortunately, when you will join the IIT Gandhinagar, you will be shocked that some of your impressions are wrong. You will be surprised to see things are much, much, much better here than what you thought. That is a good thing. But there is also a problem area here. The reason all of these things work here is because of certain way in which we operate. And that can be problematic. When we say to a student that we will trust you, but if you betray our trust, if you are not found worthy of our trust, we will be also very harsh. That is a problem. If we tell you, please don't cheat, we trust you to not cheat, and you cheat in the exam, the punishment that IIT Gandhinagar will give you will be so harsh. You will be surprised, you will be shocked, you will say, this doesn't happen. हमारे कॉलेज में तो नकल करते थे, कोई बात नहीं होती थी, ये सब क्यों हो रहा है? right? There will be what is called cultural shock. You'll be surprised. You will not know what is happening. And this Arohan is really meant for giving you a sense of realization that you have signed up for a college which will take good care of you, but also has very high expectations of you. And the reason we are able to take good care of our people is because we also hold ourselves responsible and hold everybody responsible. This is very confusing to our not only new PG students, it is also confusing to our faculty, new faculty. It is confusing to our new staff. Some of them are able to very quickly learn that IIT Gandhinagar is different. Some of the colleagues that are there today with you, Professor Samir Patel or Professor Srivastav, they all have been able to very, very quickly understand IIT Gandhinagar is a different place. But there are many other people who may not have understood it so easily, and they will go through pain, they will go through difficulties. I want you to understand it very quickly. I want you to not go through the pain of understanding of the high standards that IIT Gandhinagar will hold you accountable for. When the new students come, undergraduate students, they're 17 years old. In my speech to them, I tell them, I will treat you as adults. I tell them that my faculty will not tell you why you are not studying. Because if you want to fail, it is your problem. If you fail too many courses and you have to leave the institute, that is your problem. Because we want you to learn to take responsibility for your life. Because we are preparing you for life. The undergraduates understand it very quickly because they're 17 years old, they're 18 years old, they have not gone to a previous college. They think that college aisa hi hota hai shayad. College must be like that. But if I say the same thing to a faculty member or a staff member or a postgraduate student, it is hard for them to understand because they have so much experience of previous colleges. And that is why it is extremely important for us to try to reduce the pain that you will have. Nevertheless, you will have 2 weeks, and I hope you will take good benefit out of these 2 weeks. Our faculty, our staff, our students have worked very, very hard to design this program. Lot of discussion has taken place, lot of effort has gone in to design this program. This program is like you go to a dinner in a shadi where there is a lot of food on the table, but you have to eat it. If you don't eat, that food is not going to go into your mouth. My colleagues have created a fantastic program. They have brought a lot of high quality resources from outside the institute, a lot of workshops, a lot of activities. But if you don't attend, if you don't participate, if you don't do it, it is like excellent food, but you're not eating, your problem. Hard luck. It is up to you to take advantage of IIT Gandhinagar. IIT Gandhinagar would do its best to prepare more Sumitavas, more Shivanis, but it is up to you to become Sumitava or Shivanis. We cannot force it on. It is up to you to take advantage of the opportunities that we will provide you during these 2 weeks and later. It is up to you to build your attitude, to build your life skills, to build your research profile, to build your academic credentials, and prepare yourselves to go into a higher orbit. Yesterday evening, we had a farewell event for the students that are graduating this year. And some of the undergraduates as well as postgraduates had fantastic things to say about their experience at IIT Gandhinagar. I hope all of you would have similar experiences. In case of MTech students, 2 years from now. In case of PhD students, I hope not too long, maybe 3 to 4 years. You saw Sumita Mukherjee finishing his PhD in 3 years. I don't believe that you should take 5 years or 7 years to do a PhD. You should do quick, work hard, get out, get a good job, get a good position, make a career. Don't hang around at IIT Gandhinagar for too long. We like our students, but we don't like them to be here for too long. We want them to succeed. We want them to go on in life. All right. So, my dear students, all the best, and I hope you will take advantage of the opportunities of next 2 weeks and thereafter, and have good time. My best wishes.
Thank you, Professor Jain. I would request my colleague, Professor Samir Patel, to continue.
Thank you. So now we are going to go for a break. Let's take maybe 5 minutes and reconvene. And after the break, we will have an informal discussion, short discussions with different deans of IIT Gandhinagar. So we will be connecting back at 10:46.
takes over. Blood is running, heart is pumping as the battle gets closer. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming out, we can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Swinging like Ali, knocking out bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep your silver, give me that gold. You'll remember
Welcome back, everyone. So today we are running behind the schedule. So we do have a break scheduled from 11 to 11:30. So this is what we will do is that we will shrink that break. So we will make sure to end everything by 11:20, and we will have a 10-minute break, and we will start our creative learning session by Professor Manish Jain at 11:30 sharp. But then we would like to use the remaining time to invite different deans of IIT Gandhinagar to give you a short welcome address. So I would like to start with Professor Shiva Priya Kirubakaran. She is an associate professor in Department of Discipline of Chemistry, and she's also serving the institute as Dean of Student Affairs. So Shiva Priya, over to you.
Thank you, Samir. Very good morning to all of you. Some of you have met today and yesterday. So it's very nice to see all of you, and many of you still yet to turn your video on, right? So there are some of you who haven't turned the video on. So we have got used to this, seeing all of you virtually for more than a year now. But there are about more than 25-30 of your batch students who are on campus. So we are having fun time. So from Student Affairs, I will be having a very elaborate meeting with all of you tomorrow, I think. So there'll be a lot of questions from you, and then we will explain to you. I quickly want to just say, because all other deans are waiting, so I just wanted to tell you that we encourage you to come to campus. You will have a different feeling when you are in campus. You can ask these 20 plus students who are in campus, how are they feeling last 1 week? But we also treat you as a very responsible students, because you're all masters and PhD students. So the safety norms of the institute is something that you all should know. And the students who are already in campus, you already know that we take masks and all other safety norms very, very seriously. So when you come to campus, please have this in mind. And when you are in campus, stay safe. We are here to make your stay comfortable and happy. And it's a campus life you will obviously enjoy. So the videos that you have been seeing is all from the old campus. So we'll soon upload the videos of the new campus. So you will all be encouraged to come to the campus. Okay, so welcome, my dear students. And I wish and I hope to see you soon on campus. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shiva Priya. Thank you very much. Next, I would like to invite Professor Kabir Jasuja, who is an associate professor in discipline of chemical engineering, and he is also serving IIT Gandhinagar as Dean of Academic Affairs. Kabir, over to you.
So, thank you, Samir. A very warm good morning to all of you. I'm delighted to welcome you all to IIT Gandhinagar. This is your first day where you are beginning a new journey. Now that you have completed so rigorous interviews, that is done and dusted, and all of you must be looking forward to this new phase of life that is beginning. You already heard from the alumni how rich their experience has been. And I'm sure that you are looking forward to your time at IIT Gandhinagar. Perhaps I'll take this opportunity to just spend a few minutes on telling you something on what is it that would be expected from you at IIT Gandhinagar. Some of you have had a prior research experience. For some of you, you may be doing the research for the first time. What is one thing that makes a postgraduate program different from an undergraduate program? There are many things, but what is that one thing which stands out? In an undergraduate program, what is it that all the institutes try and teach us? They try and teach us that if a question is posed to you, how best you can answer that, how deeply you can answer that. But in a postgraduate program, what an institute should teach you, what an institute tries to teach you is what is the best way to frame a question. Okay? Or what is the right question? Or in other words, what is a question that is research worthy? See, in your MTech program and in your PhD program, it is the question that you are going to pursue based upon which you are going to write a thesis. And really, it is something which is easier said than done. What is the right question to ask? And that is where I really feel that at IIT Gandhinagar, uh, the types of experiences that are scheduled for you in the next 2 years in the MTech program, in the next 3 to 4 years in your PhD program, they all actually help you in shaping up that question. So as an example, like when you are going to do the coursework at IIT Gandhinagar as a postgraduate student, how are the courses going to be like? Are the courses going to be something like that you have done previously? Actually, the courses are going to like really help challenge the limits that you have. The courses will actually help you go so deep in a subject that you will reach a particular end where you will start questioning that what is a new frontier that I can explore. This is what I was sharing with you, that can we take a course or can the instructor teaching us in a manner which is helping us push the boundary to a particular course. Um, Not just that, not just the depth of the coursework, the type of the coursework that you get at IIT Gandhinagar also actually helps you achieve that goal. For example, uh, you know that every year the amount of literature that we are adding to any scientific frontier is growing in an exponential manner. How do we get hold of all the literature that has been growing? IIT Gandhinagar has actually also enabled that in a very structured manner. In your coursework, as a part of your coursework, you do what is called as an independent research seminar. What is the beauty about that course? That course allows you to do a literature review in a very structured manner. More importantly, it gives you an opportunity to do this not just in your field. So, for example, if you are, let's say, working in chemical engineering and you're working on a problem that requires you to like go in depth in a mathematical problem, you can actually do an independent research seminar with a faculty in mathematics. That is just a tip of the iceberg. There are just so many opportunities that are available to you. When we are training you, we are also aware about the path that is going to lie in front of you after you do your master's or PhD. So for example, like one very important lesson that I learned in my PhD was assisting an instructor in a course. It was an amazing journey for me to see how a course is being taught. At IIT Gandhinagar, we have also taken that experience to a new level altogether. As a PhD student, you would be amazed to know that there is a position called as a graduate teaching fellow position, where you can work with an instructor and you can independently teach students. Isn't that an amazing opportunity? It actually tells you, it gives you a platform to learn from the skills of a teacher. Really, as a PhD student, there is a culture that we take from our advisors. And then as a faculty, we try to pass it on. The more platforms that we have, that passing on becomes better and better. There is in fact a future faculty training program that Professor Himanshu is leading that just tells you how committed the institute is in helping you develop a path after your PhD, after your MTech. In addition to that, there's a lot of emphasis that we understand that whenever you are developing a research problem, you need to get all possible breadth that is needed. I wanted to share one important experience of my PhD student with you so that you can understand the lengths to which IIT Gandhinagar goes. Um, my PhD student has been working on developing a new nanomaterial, and around 1 year ago, she had this question in her mind that, and she came up with this question to me that, sir, can we considered utilizing this material for hydrogen storage. For those of you who are working on materials, you may be aware that this is a very relevant research problem. When we were looking into that, we realized that to be really able to test the material, there are only a handful of research labs, not just in India, but in the entire world. And you know the type of labs that are required to test the material? The labs are, they require really high pressure facilities. And a lab is actually built on an individual mountain. Sandia National Lab in US is one of the few labs who are able to test this material. So she said that, sir, how will we do that? And both of us approached the institute, and we have this opportunity of overseas research experience that is available for the PhD students. And the institute said, if you have this material, we will support you. You go there and test your material. She went there for 6 months, got the material tested. She actually went to a lab, the only type of its lab that is located on one of the hills, got the material tested. We got amazing results. And this is just an example to tell you that sometimes it is actually like a kid thinking about a research creatively. There are no limitations on what you can achieve. This is the level of support that IIT Gandhinagar provides you. And this is not just for one student. You will hear this story from many, many students. If I have to tell you one thing which makes IIT Gandhinagar very different, for example, from my graduate institute or from my undergraduate institute, is that IIT Gandhinagar treats each one of you as special. Really, when I say this, I really mean that word. When each one of you comes to us, we understand each one of you has a different lineage. The challenges that each one of you face is different. So we do not go with one solution fits all. And that is what really the types of stories that you are hearing from the alumni is just a reflective of the type of, this is the reason that there are so many success stories that come out from IIT Gandhinagar. And as you are ushering into this new journey, I would really request all of you to come with an open mindset, with a positive frame of mind, and there will be no limits to what you can achieve. I'll be sharing more about some specific opportunities in a session with you, but I really welcome you all, and I look forward to see many of you on campus in the next couple of days. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Kavir, for your welcome remarks. Next, I would like to invite Professor Amit Prashant, who is the Dean of Research and Development at IIT Gandhinagar, and he's also a professor in the discipline of civil engineering. So, Amit, over to you.
Thank you, Samir. Hello, everyone. I think a lot of excitement today. I see a lot of smiling faces all around, their expressions, emotions flowing at all the statements that or experiences that you heard. And I was getting excited too, actually. I mean, it reminds some of the things that we did long time back, and it reminds what we are here for, in a way, right? Each one of you is going to shine in your own way. And this is only the beginning of that, right? And that will happen with your effort, with our effort, and our joint effort. I think that is where we will be working together, isn't it? And I hope you will not leave any opportunity that you think you are excited about because of some other pressures of life that happens around you, right? Give a chance to anything and everything that interests you in a way, right? So there are many things we heard today, and a couple of things I will try to re-emphasize. I think Professor Jain mentioned that we would like you to graduate as soon as possible. He didn't mean that you have to go away after that. Well, you are welcome to do next level program. So if you are doing masters, you are welcome to do PhD, no problem. But you should finish masters in time. If you are doing PhD, if you want to stay for postdoc, no problem. But you should finish PhD in time. So what he meant is really that we should invest our time. Time is precious. We should invest our time effectively with strategy that we have in hand, and the programs have certain nominal timing, normal duration is defined for every program for a reason, right? But that does not mean we compromise on quality of work. Just to finish things in time does not mean that we compromise on the quality of work. We put in our best effort to get the maximum out of it, and with a, you can say, a mission in hand to contribute something meaningful to the society, to science, to humanity, in whatever sense we are looking for, isn't it? So in a way, this is a journey of excitement, and I'm sure each one of you will be here on campus soon, and we will be able to meet one-to-one and have more exciting discussions at that time. But while you are there at working, or you can say attending classes or interacting over computer, I think it's not a bad thing. Initially, I was hesitating, I was a little uncomfortable, but now I have started enjoying actually sitting on computer and talking to people. It becomes much more efficient in some way, right? So let's make the best out of what we have today and look for even better tomorrow. That is for sure. Last thing I want to say is very important thing, actually. We have been trained to be competitive. We have been trained to be, you can say, doing the best around us. But when we listen to some philosophers, when we read some books of wisdom, when we see some movies even, right, they tell us something different, and that doesn't resonate many times. It does resonate sometimes, right? What is it, the difference I'm talking about? So do I compete with myself or around us? I think that is the question I have to ask to myself all the time. I am an individual. I have my own, you can say, strength. I have my own trajectory. I have my own plans, or you can say hopes, or you can say aspirations, right? I don't need to compete with anyone. This is weird. I mean, we should be competing, isn't it? Well, you can compete with yourself, no problem, right? Why am I telling you all this? Because you already know this, right? I'm telling you this because when you're here, if you plan or strategize somehow to work together, help each other without being competitive about it, have the confidence to say that I will do the best anyway, let me help others. Now, do you have that confidence that I will do the best anyway, let me help others? And each one of you, if you can build that, you will do even better. Whatever you may have thought about, you will achieve from yourself. You will do better than it. I can assure you that. And I have seen so many examples of that. So many examples. So it is never about anybody else. It's about you. It's about me. It's about individual. That matters in the end. But unfortunately, that comes from others. Not by preaching them, helping them. Right? So this is something I would like you to digest, that if you have the courage, if you have the confidence to say that I will do the best anyway, but let me help others too. Right? So with that, I will only say one thing. I'm here for you as a research and development section. Whatever help we can provide, we will provide that. There are several schemes you will learn about. There are several supports that you will learn about. And the processes that help you set up the labs or execute your, you can say, projects, we will help you there. So anything and everything that you need, we will be there with you to solve those problems. And as Shivani mentioned, I think I believe in that nobody can solve your problems. It's only you who can solve your problems. Anybody, including me, can only discuss with you to find the best solutions with you, right? So with that, I will shut up, and I hope you will have a wonderful time ahead. And welcome to this IIT Gandhinagar family. All the best.
Thank you, Amit. So, just to students, you all will get a chance to interact with all three deans in the upcoming sessions in the Arohan, which we named as Dean Se Charcha. So that is supposed to be very interactive. So you will have a lot of chance to have a formal discussion with these three deans and plus additional deans which are not present today. And with this, this marks the end of informal session. So everybody except the students and the Arohan team can feel free to leave. And we are going to discuss some housekeeping rules for next 10 minutes or so. And then we will take a quick break and start the activities and workshop we have lined up for you. So next, I would like to invite Ashutosh Srivastav, Professor Ashutosh Srivastav, who is one of the coordinators of Arohan, and he'll just go through some of the housekeeping rules for the upcoming sessions. Ashutosh,
Thank you, Samir.
over to you.
Thank you, Samir. A big thanks to all the deans for introducing themselves. You, of course, will have much longer, much more interactive session with all of them, and you can note down your questions and get back to them, and it can be as comprehensive as you can, as you want. I will just make a few announcements now. I'll share my screen so that it is absolutely clear. And this is just, so we have already told you on the Google Classroom, I guess all of you have access to Google Classroom. The invite links were sent to all of you. If you have not yet joined, please join the Google Classroom. All the updates regarding the entire foundation program schedule, if there are any changes in the schedule, everything will be updated on Google Classroom. So that is the most important thing for you to do right now. Active participation in all the sessions is mandatory. You have to participate, and please don't take it like it is kind of a burden or something. Please take it as Professor Jan mentioned. You go to a buffet, no matter how beautiful the spread is, it's you who has to ultimately put it in your plate and eat it. So please enjoy, please try to enjoy as much as you can and learn as much as you can from these sessions. We request you to log in at least 5 minutes before every session. Today, that's not a privilege that you can have. Sorry about that, we ran a little late. But please try to come back at sharp 11:30 today. And from next session onwards, please try to log in at least 5 minutes before every session. Once again, please keep your microphones off during the meeting. Try to keep your video on. We still see many of you have not put your video on. I'm sure that you all look much better on video than the picture that you have displayed on your profile. Once again, please engage as much as you can. We have worked very hard for this schedule, and it is meant to it is meant for your overall development, and it's very important. In the evening, every day, you will have an opportunity to interact with your TAs who are all here. Their names and their photographs are also there on the website. If you have not looked at it on the classroom, you will find the link to the website and you can look at their names. They are going to be helping you throughout. So please familiarize yourself with them. For each event, there's going to be a particular TA which we are going to announce on the Google Classroom, to whom you can reach out just in case you're facing any problem during the session. While you're in the session, please use the chat box to ask your questions, or you can raise your hand and the TAs will call out your name and then you can ask your question. Try to interact as much as you can. finally, just try to enjoy as much as you can. And during this entire foundation program, if you have any problems, any issues, you can either mail us, you can put comments on the classroom. There are many ways that you can reach out to us, and we'll try to help you out as much as possible. Okay. My colleagues can remind me if I'm missing something, some announcement.
Ashutosh, the feedback, that is very important.
Oh
Feedback.
yes, I'm sorry, sorry about that. After every session, you will be, in fact, during the end of every session, you will be receiving a link for the feedback regarding the session. Okay, that is mandatory. Again, if you have attended the session, you have enjoyed the session, you have not enjoyed the session, please give your honest feedback in that form. That feedback form will also be connected to your attendance. So let's say if we see that you have logged in, and we'll be taking attendance through Zoom. If we see that you have logged in, but we haven't received your feedback form, we would assume that you just logged in and you did not listen to anything. So that would be considered an absence. So you have to fill in the feedback form after every session. Okay. And you can be as honest as you want. You can say that, okay, you didn't like the session. You can suggest us what could have made the session better. We would really love to have your honest opinion. If you liked it, appreciate it. If you didn't like it, tell us how we can improve it. Okay, because we are all in this together. The next year we'll do it for the next batch, and you all will be TAs. You all will be helping us. So this is now your event too. So treat it like that. Okay. Any other thing? Thank you, Chandan, for that.
Just
I
more,
think it's-
one more point, that the link for those feedback form will also be posted on the Google Classroom page.
Yeah, so it will be on the Google Classroom page. It will also be in the chat box during the session. So you can access it from anywhere, and you can fill in your feedback form. In case you have any difficulty in opening the link, in filling out the form, you can always reach out to us. Okay, you don't need to panic at any given time. Just reach out to us, and we'll try to resolve whatever issue you are facing. Okay. All right. So with that, so I hope there's nothing else, Samir, Himanshu, Chandan. So we had thought of introducing all the TAs to you, but since considering the time is not, we are already delayed, we'll skip that part, because you are anyways having an interaction session with all the TAs during evening. So you can get to know them better in the evening session. So with that, we'll break for 15 minutes, and we'll now reconvene at 11:30 for session of Professor Manish Jain. I hope all of you have been able to procure the stuff that we sent the list of. This is going to be a very exciting and engaging session. He is an excellent speaker and an excellent demonstrator, and you will see that. So I hope all of you join on time for his session. With that, we'll break for now, and then we'll reconvene at 11:30.
Ashutosh, Himanshu wanted
Yeah,
to
looks
say
like there's a student, Nitin Kumar. He had his hand up. Nitin?
We also have one more.
Nitin, go ahead. You can unmute and speak.
Even Aparna, you can also go ahead. In the meantime, if Nitin is, Aparna, please go
Yes.
ahead.
Sir, actually the items that were mentioned in the email, I have not been able to get them. Like I'm on the campus and it was mentioned that they will be delivered.
Yeah, in some cases, even if you don't have the items, it's supposed to be, an engaging event. You don't necessarily need to do it yourself. You can also see others doing it. We tried to arrange for the logistics for people on campus, but if you don't have that already, then you can just participate in the session. So Manish Jain actually does this session for tens of thousands of people at once on YouTube. And he's not a film star, he's not a Bollywood celebrity, but he has over 140,000 subscribers on YouTube. So you will find it interesting and engaging nonetheless. So I request your full participation.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Gopi, go ahead.
Sir, I had the same question actually. I am on the campus and I didn't get the
So as Himanshu said, it's a very, we have tried our best. There may be some logistic issue because of which it would not have reached you. So try to engage, try to enjoy, have fun, try to learn. That is the target. By some chances, people on the campus, off the campus, if you have not been able to procure or get the things, don't worry. We can't do anything at the last moment, but enjoy it. Learn. That's the target. Engage, enjoy, learn. That's the target. Okay. Shivam.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, sir, I have a question. Like that feedback form will be delivered in the second half, or will it be in the chat box right now?
So Shivam, as the session starts, the TH will put them in the chat boxes. The respective TH for each session, they will put them in the chat boxes. The same form with the name of the session will also go on the Google Classroom page. So they will be available at multiple platforms, but they will be available only after the session. क्योंकि उसके लिए तो सेशन फीडबैक देने के लिए सेशन तो अटेंड करना है ना, उसके बाद ही हो पाएगा.
Right, sir. Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Great. Pupul, you wanted to say something? Pupul, I can't hear you. Can you?
We have received the packets from C hostel, sir, and we were informed about it when we went for a bike with faculties in the morning. So that was the thing I wanted to inform those who could not get it.
Yeah,
Okay,
we still have
thank you.
10 minutes. If you have to pick it up from somewhere or something, maybe you can try doing it. But let's make sure that we start at 11:20. If you have other queries and they are not urgent, we can address them as things progress. So take a 10-minute break and maybe arrive 2 minutes earlier than the scheduled start of the event, so that we can get everything back on the time schedule.
All right. See you all for the session. You can take a break. You can put your videos off during the break.
See you at 11:30.